Hey, how you doing? So I know we just closed on this acquisition last week, but we got to get them integrated, right? So how are you coming along with having all that contract information for me? Hey, contract MVPs. It's Foster Sayers, General Counsel and Chief Evangelist for Pramada and Contract MVP. So you just acquired a company. This is something that if you have not encountered in your career working in a corporate legal department, you likely will at some point. And for those familiar with this, you know that one of the biggest lifts is after the acquisition when it's time to integrate that company. And part of integrating a newly acquired company is going to be understanding their contracts. My company that I pretend to work at, CloudPro Inc., has just acquired Cloudycore. And if I want to upload their contracts, it's pretty simple. I go to upload folder within my repository, and I'm going to go to the desktop. I'm going to go to Cloudy and upload that folder, and it'll confirm. Only do this if you trust the site. I do trust it. Upload. And now all of these are going to start uploading. Now, that was the extent of my effort in this. From here, the repository as a service takes over. And all of these documents are going to be digitized with their key terms extracted and mapped to the existing commercial relationships that I have, along with all of their document hierarchies being established. So what does that look like? Well, when I come into my accounts, any account that has a contract with Cloudy, in addition to CloudPro, will now show those agreements. So here's the CloudPro master that was already there. And now this master services agreement is in fact the one that they signed with Cloudycore for the Cloudycore services. So now within one commercial relationship view, I can see all of the commercial contracts I have in place, including those with the newly acquired company. And I can also see those contracts in the relevant hierarchy, meaning both the master services agreement and the order form with Cloudy that it governs. And so I've now positioned the business to quickly understand the agreements that we have in place with our newly acquired company. Additionally, that means that when we come to our standard reports module that we can access from this left nav, we can now run a report and see all of the contracts that we've just inherited through the acquisition. To do that, I'm going to come to my standard report, find contracts by any term. I'm going to click on that report. The term I'm going to select is going to be the seller entity, because I want to look at all of the sales contracts that we have in place for Cloudycore. I'm going to add that as the entity name. I'm going to apply this filter. And now I'm going to see all of the contracts that we've just acquired and have just uploaded from our new acquisition, Cloudycore. Again, this is something that if the business says, hey, I want to see all of our revenue contracts from the new acquisition, I can come here to the top right of my report view. I can click on the spreadsheet icon and export all of this data into a spreadsheet that will have a list of all of these agreements so that I can share them with the business, who can then use this to understand the number of commercial accounts that are impacted by this acquisition. And additionally, we'll position them to be able to see all of the relevant terms that are going to help them as they start to operationalize these contracts when they set them up in our billing system to be billed on their renewal dates and so on and so forth. And so this is the way that Pramada and its repository as a solution, RAS, can position you to be a contract MVP when it's time to migrate contracts pursuant to an acquisition.